take you through the ghetto without riding around, you hear me?
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
Yeah. Oh, I like that right there. There you go. That's him. Yo, 1 2 1 2. Ha 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 ha. Welcome to the Black Market Ave, baby. Where the internet is the streets. What's going on with you? I'm your host, Tiz Targaryen. You already know. Happy New Year. You know what I'm saying? Ain't seen you in a minute. Still authentic. Yo, home of the $50 fill-in. We still doing that this year, you know what I'm saying? Call us up. Well, hold on, let me show you what the $50 fill-in is about, for those that don't know. Well, we ask you a hip-hop question or a song. We start off a song and then you finish the lyrics. Just like that, you can get $50 each and every week right here up on the Ave. So, test your skills. You know what I mean? With your music skills, like, call us up 267-339-9135. You know what I mean? You know how we do. Bring you to the ghetto without riding around. You know what I'm saying? How you been? You living? That's good. That's good. Give it up for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Gotta hit that like button. All that is free. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment or something about today's show. Let me know how you feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Right back at it. New year, new shit. You know what I'm saying? Glad you tuned in. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? What's happening? I mean, it's been a minute. I ain't been around, but, shout out to all the people that, checked on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was good shit. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I'm back up on the ad, posted, roasted in the paint. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Got a good show for you as always. You know how I do. You know what I'm saying? Be back at it each and every Friday. You know how I do. Still back up with the pop-off show. We going hard. You understand? Going hard. We got a lovely show today. A lot of things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into it, I gotta say a couple things. And my couple things is, first of all, Network Home Care Agency. The best home care agency in the city. Believe that. If you need any help around the house, companionship, light housework, you know what I'm saying? You can't move around like you used to. You know what I'm saying? Got dementia, you old, but it ain't just for old people. You know what I mean? Young people, like I said, something happen, you can't move, you need an aid. The best home care in the city. Please believe that. Hit that up, hit them up. They always hiring. Trust me. You see, I'm rocking the gear. You see, I'm rocking the gear. You know what I'm saying? I could be rocking your gear. You send me some shit, but hold on. Call them up. They're always hiring. You can get a job. 1-888-373-6699. That's 1-888-373-6699. You know what I'm saying? And I'm rocking the gear. You know what I'm saying? Promoting it. You see how I do. When they rock this shit, send something in my email at blackmarketlounge@gmail.com. You know what I mean? I rock your shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Brother Malcolm. But no, we got, and the other things I gotta say is, did you give it up for my nigga Keith Murray? Keith Murray, I love that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't feeling them, I don't care. That is my nigga right now. That nigga needs his own podcast. That nigga is funny as shit, and I'm not really a big Keith Murray fan, but that's my nigga. I never heard him talk as much. That's my nigga, how he be up and he be describing shit. And I'm eating that pussy. And I that. And I like that. And I stop and I look. And I. That's my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my dude. Oh man. Did you hear the part where he said, nigga, I seen Suge Knight smack the shit out of Puffy. He said that nigga brought it back like this. Yo, that shit was hilarious. That's my guy right now. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy right now. I can see how, you know, he was never really my favorite over there. You know, EPMD is legendary. EPMD is legendary, so you can't. I mean, that's a good team. Then you had Redman over there, and just out of all the people, I just really never really felt, you know, Keith Murray. You know what I mean? He wasn't my favorite. Favorite song is "Beautiful Thing in This World," just like that. I get in ya. Then that joint I know, but he wasn't my guy. But I ain't really hear him talk. Now that I hear him talk, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool dude. I fuck with him. Well, he dropping the dime though. God damn, he snitching on him. He said Shauna. You know what I mean? Laying on the bed. You know what I'm saying? He snitching Foxy Brown. That nigga going in. He crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, is there such thing as secrets anymore? Yeah, let's give it up for that shit. Is it any secrecy? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a limitation on secrecy? He said, that's old shit, nigga. Yeah, that's old shit. I can tell that. That's old shit. Nigga, but yeah, that nigga Keith Murray, he wilding up. You know what I mean? Yo, call me up and leave a comment if you seen that shit. If you seen that shit, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Call in tonight. But I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about Biggie Wars tonight. I know you seen the thing. That's what the topic of it is. Hold on, matter of fact. Hold on, matter of fact. Let's get this nigga up on the joint from the rip. Okay, hold on. Let me switch him over. Bow y'all. Get that flowing. We gonna do it like this. Where Big at? Get Big up there. Big picture up there. Biggie Wars. You know what I'm saying? Talk about Biggie. It was a real, I ain't gonna go into it right now because I got some other shit I want to say, but it was a real war going on in New York far as the hip hop scene and far as that crown for King of New York. You know what I'm saying? When Biggie and just off the top layers, you know, Biggie was on the magazine for King of New York. They niggas had to test you for that. It wasn't sweet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take a lovely journey. It was so much shit that I'ma lay out. I got so much more respect for Big now. You know what I'm saying? And as I talk about this war that he was in. But the shit is crazy. I mean, all your favorite rappers are in there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, a couple people is in there. But, you know, we're going to get into that. That's what the whole show was about. You know what I'm saying? Big up. We're going to leave Big picture up there because Big is all through this. Nas is all through this. Jay is all through this. You know what I'm saying? Some other people, J. Rue the Damager is all through this. You know what I'm saying? Premier got some shit on this. Like, it's crazy. Straight up. But yo, this shit gonna be hard. But back to my nigga Keith Murray. That nigga all over right now. I'm feeling him. In the other news, before I get into that shit, is the other news is the DJ Pat Forest Takeoff. The nigga is out of jail, $1 million bond. He paid that. The nigga's out of jail. He was just broke the week before. What the fuck is going on? It's months that passed. 338 internet detectives then solved 8 cases. All wrong. We ain't no closer than we was than 6 months ago. You know, I'm just saying, I know it 6 months, but you get me. Now he gets out of jail. This shit is crazy. I don't think this. I'm gonna say this. His shit gonna be sort of like, you know how everybody be, you got the Pac and Biggie and da. You know how they never got solved. It's the continuation of they don't solve cases that got rappers in them. I don't think this ever gonna get solved. We are further and further. The internet is the internet gonna be its worst enemy, cause just like you use the internet and all this shit, and you found out good shit, there's 1,000 stories out there. It's hard to tell what is the truth. I don't think no one is going to get caught for this. I haven't really been covering this case. I did before, but not really like that, because it's all over the place. Now we had the DJ Bull. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think nobody. This case is gonna be solved at all. You know, I mean, you know, and it's fucked up, But you know, that's what I gotta say. That's why I ain't really been touching it. Ain't nothing. But you know, respect and condolence to his family. You know what I mean? It's sad. You know, sad thing. Oh, but yo. So I'm gonna get into it. Let me get into my thing, Biggie, and I'ma hold on. What's this here? I'm on the joint. Up. Yeah. I'm back. Hold up for the live shit. I got all this war, this Biggie war that I'm about to talk about, and I'm about to deliver to you, and all this good juicy information. You know what I'm saying, that I even know, and I'm the age of hip hop. Some of this shit I didn't see this shit, and some of it was right before my eyes, and some of it just made sense, and all the dots connected. All this shit is alleged from the door just to save up my motherfucking channel. You know what I'm saying? All this is alleged, but as I was saying, subscribe to Hip Hop University. Did a wonderful job. The joint is called Biggie versus Nas, Jay-Z, you know, Daru the Damager, OGC. Everybody's name is in the title. Subscribe to that guy. He did a wonderful job. That's what I'm saying. It's like an hour and a half type joint, 45 minutes. I did my version. Broke it down, add some shit to it, you know what I'm saying, from what I know, and so forth and so on. You know what I'm saying? But once again, subscribe to that nigga. Hip Hop University. He did a wonderful job. You know what I mean? Yes, he did. Now, you can call me up. Yeah, if I say anything that sound familiar, call me up, leave a comment later, let me know if you was there, if you heard about it, is it matching up? Like I said, again, all this shit is allegedly. I'm about to go into. Like I said, if you know anything, want to add anything to it, call up the number 267-339-9135. We is on our hip hop shit right now. And all my hip hop fans, if you around the age, trust me, you want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you a hip hop head like me, you want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying? And this was I'm going to try to do it in a timeline. I mean, it was a lot of shit I had to write. let's go. I mean, I'm gonna get started with this shit, but you know what I'm saying. You call me and let me know if I'm wrong. Well, okay, so let's go back to when Nas and Jay-Z and the Wu all took and Tupac is in this. All took shots at each other at some point for the crown. Not really for NY, but just for the crown. But the real shit really kind of started for me where the story begins is back in 1993. And that's when Nas and Big, have first met. You know what I'm saying? Nobody had really no albums out. You know what I'm saying? That's when he go back to when Nas say, Puffy let me blow his Benz before, drive his Benz before before Big blew up. So they had met and they was real tight. You know what I'm saying? Around this time, Nas did have Halftime out. You know what I'm saying? I don't really remember, that time. When I really kind of picked up on Nas, we were at, Ain't Hard to Tell. So I didn't really hear Halftime. Halftime wasn't one of my favorite joints. But, at that time in 93, he had eventually bust with that. And Big, his first song was the Dolly My Baby with Puff and shit, which was the shit by that time. You know what I'm saying? I remember that time. By that time, I was checking for Big because it was like, damn, who that? And I was checking for Third Eye. Give it up if you know Third Eye. I was fucking with Third Eye a little bit. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah. So they was real tight. So Nas ended up dropping Illmatic on April 19th in '94, right? And and in the first week it sold 63,000 copies in the first week, but it didn't go gold till January of '96. So it was some little time in there. Everybody loved Illmatic. Illmatic is an instant classic. You know what I'm saying? I love that joint. That's like one of the best hip hop albums in history. You know what I'm saying? So Nas, so at this time he knew Big, and Big was working on, Ready to Die. Ready to Die only was originally supposed to have 2 features on it. And that was Method Man, which happened, and Nas, that didn't happen. Now they was always cool, and Big, Big respected Esco. Big respected Esco. But Big respected Esco. Damn, I wanted to, big up these niggas, because I love all these niggas, and some of this shit, just to hear how this shit was going down, it was just crazy. But go ahead. I love them all. Let me get back into the joint. But Nas ended up not being on the joint. Cause Nas saying he was too busy, right? So remember that. So Nas say he too busy. He ain't really got time for it. So then he don't do it. So Meth end up on the joint, right? So then they had got together again. And they was supposed to do the remix to Give Me the Loot, right? But Nas say he got too high and shit. He was high, but in that time, I hear Big was spilling. You know what I'm saying? And Nas was hearing them bars. You know what I'm saying? And it was a little bit more to it than just being high. So then Nas was supposed to come back the next day, and Nas still in return. Now, man, what these niggas are smoking on. I was saying nigga was high for 2 days. My man, nigga was on that Waka Doc. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just playing, just asking him. Remember, all this shit is a legend for my channel, nigga. But the verse, so Nas didn't come with nothing that night. Big did. Big did, and that's that damn it feels good to see people up on it, which is the Young G's verse that he spit for Puff, right? May end up putting that on Puffy John because he had already had that verse saved. You know what I'm saying? So relax a little bit. I'm going through my notes. Yo, so allegedly Nas was scared to rhyme with Cannabis on the Firm album. You know what I'm saying? He was scared to rock with that nigga on the Firm album. Hold on. Oh, my bad. My bad. Whoever that was, call back. I hit the wrong joint. That looked like Steve. Was posed up, he was scared of Cannabis to rhyme on the Firm album. He said, Nas said, Big L was one of the MCs that scared him to death. Respectfully. The people that Nas admitted to being scared of was niggas like Big L, Eminem, Cannabis, and B.I.G. He admitted to being scared of these type MCs. And that sometimes it shows. And this was shocking for me. Also, Big hold on. Yo, you on the app? Yo,
Ski.
Yo, what's up, Steve? What's up?
What's good?
Man, I'm on here dropping the story, baby, of these Biggie wars, man. You know what I'm saying? How you? That's what
Biggie wars.
Yeah. You could just join in. You know what I'm saying? You jump in where you saying, but don't stop the story. I mean, we're gonna talk, but don't stop the story. You know what I mean? So I'm at the point where where Nas is a little intimidated by some MCs, and some MCs being Big L, Eminem, Cannabis, and the B.I.G.
What you said to back that up,
Huh?
to say that he was scared. What evidence did you give to back up that Esco was scared of any of these niggas?
Well, this is I'm going from a documentary, and some of the joints is there. Like Desperado is Nas on. Does Nas share a verse with Cannabis?
So you saying he ain't get on that John because Cannabis killed that John?
Right, and the Big L Eminem John I'm getting this from the documentary of a video of him saying it himself.
Who's saying it?
Nas is saying himself.
That he didn't rhyme because of Cannabis?
Not the Cannabis, but the Big L, Eminem, and B.I.
Okay.
Is I
don't believe it, but go ahead.
Okay, well, all this is alleged, and you willing to challenge everything, but he didn't get on the Cannabis. We know Cannabis was ferocious at that time. You know what I'm saying? The guy, the page you should subscribe to, who did a wonderful job, is the Hip Hop University. He did a wonderful job. I'm redoing the show without all the pictures and everything, and he went almost 2 hours. I'm just breaking it down. I added on some of this shit because from what I know, and that's where I'm going, sir. But you able to challenge all this shit. But all this shit is alleged. Yes, join in. So allegedly, again, Nas was the first one to fucking tell everybody that Big did not write rhymes. He was amazed at this when Nas first realized that Big never wrote rhymes. This why he was intimidated by Big. Right? And intimidated by Big is just my opinion. This really is a you tell me what it is with this show. know what I'm saying? I'm gonna present the evidence. You let me know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Not you, but the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So whoever, like I said, call up 267-339-9135, jack in like this nigga just did, and let me know how you feel about the shit I'm saying. Right? So he said once I seen that, I went home. I went home.
This Nas talking.
This is Nas talking. Now at this time, you know, Raekwon had the streets before Big. I mean, well, Raekwon's name was Big in the streets, and this where the rift begins with him and Raekwon. They all right, but just note this that time around 95 when they do. But he's really competing with Nas. And if you look,
Nas was the king of New York.
Right, because Nas was the king of New York. But Nas still only got out Illmatic.
The king
right?
is still the king, though.
And to back that up, he had Junior Mafia, which Big had Junior Mafia, which contained the Queen. Nas had the Firm, which contained the Queen. In 95, Big dropped the One More Chance remix, and they put him on the King of New York on that Vibe joint as the King of New York, and that's when Big became more of a target than anything. August 95, Purple Tape drop. The Purple Tape drops. Right? Now, up until this time, Raekwon and Big are not the best of friends, but they know each other.
Because the Woo was big as shit.
Because the Woo was big as shit. Okay, so Purple Tape dropped August 1st, 1995. It sold 130,000 copies its first week. So mind you, Illmatic sold 63,000 in its first week. Just to put that in perspective, 100,000 in his first week. So he outsold Big and Nas at that moment. Wu did. At that moment for first week. But this is, again, where the friction comes in at. Because Purple Tape was a classic. Purple Tape was a classic. And if you remember that classic, hold on, first of all, give it up for that. That's a classic album. If you remember that album, the one part that everybody remember is, yo, man, I mean, you know, I don't want nobody sound like me on no album, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas biting my styles. And at this time, biting, hold on, let me step back. Biting in the early days when niggas gave a fuck about hip hop, biting, all that shit was a no-go. Niggas would clown you, niggas would beat you up, niggas would jump you, niggas would step to you for biting some shit. That was real. It took niggas spun too much time in their craft to let someone else come and take their credit. So that was big. Right?
Big was biting.
So they did the skit on the bite, and he's saying, yo, you know what I'm saying? You gonna pop the champagne. I mean, you gonna pay that role. Go ahead and play it. I mean, don't front for me, man. Don't front for me. So Ray and Ghost did this skit, and by now almost everybody should know that they're talking about. But what I didn't know is Biggie Smalls. I didn't know
they was talking about Big.
Not at that particular moment. But that's how they seen Big. They seen Big in the club one night, and they felt like, you know, he was doing some na shit. You know, he shot him champagne. Yeah, pull me another one. You know what I mean? He kind of styling on him because of the success that he's having. Huh?
He said them niggas champagne.
No. He's drinking champagne, trying to style on the niggas because he's so successful. And Ray felt like he's changing because he got money. Ray didn't like him from that point because he felt like, you know, he had money and he was changing. You know what I mean? So he wasn't a
Right?
real nigga. He wasn't a real nigga. He wasn't a
That's
real
what
nigga.
Pac said.
Right, right. So I don't know if I come up to this part, I'm gonna just cut it out. But when they said, and then he said, and then on Purple Tape again is another joint when he say, niggas try to use your words, then the first they come with the word, and then they try to flip the word and bounce it on some other shit even before you even get to shine on your own shit. That's critical. All this is in the skit that's coming at Big. But it's true. The skit is true.
Yeah, that's a fact. That part I didn't know they was coming that big though, because I don't think I made the connection between Big saying cream to what Ghost was talking about
Yeah,
back then.
yeah. I didn't peep it either, but Cream, yeah. He went bonkers on there. He went bonkers. He said Cream in like 30 songs. Facts.
But I knew he was talking about Big when he was talking about, because this was when they was blowing Puffy and them was. I mean, they was on the rise.
Yeah.
Bad Boy was coming the fuck up.
Bad Boy
It
was
was
coming up.
almost, you knew that they was talking about Bad Boy and Big with the niggas talking about you want to play that role.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. Okay, so just for saying that, keep that in mind. I don't know if Big, I say it's true, and I just presented the evidence, but I don't know if Big is actually taunting these niggas, or it's just true, or is he, just fucking with these niggas. But if I'm not mistaken, September 13th, Biggie album drops, Ready to Die, and it sells 57,000 copies in the first week. But my timeline is a little bit messed up because before Raekwon drop, Biggie album comes out, and he got the baby on the album cover.
That's where they get the biting shit from.
That's
Everybody knew
where
you
they
was talking
get the
about Big.
biting shit. That's where they get the biting shit. That's what I'm saying. Excuse me for my timeline. I got one of my notes twisted. But yeah, and that's where they again start to fuck with him and say, yo, what's up? So Big called Nas, and he said, yo, you fucking with them woo niggas like that? You know that them niggas said that? You know them niggas did that? And he was like, yo, you know what I mean, Ghostface is that's Ghost and Ray, that's them. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really in it. You know what I'm saying? So
He on the album.
so he
He on the album. Talking about Nas.
yeah, Nas on their album. Right. But Meth ended up being on Ready to Die, even though RZA wasn't with it. RZA was on some All the Money Stay Here shit. You know what I'm saying? And Meth basically snuck and done the joint, ripped the joint, and he got hip hop quotable for that shit. Method Man did hip hop quotable back then when the magazines was the shit, and then it was all about the magazines, writing up your hip hop quotable. Big did get
Oh, that
one.
shit came first. Like, that's the way the timeline fucked up. Cause Method, that Ready to Die shit, I remember that shit when it came out. I went and grabbed it. That shit came out. I ain't gonna say it way before, but it wasn't until the very next summer that Cuban Link came out. That was the Cuban Link summer of '95.
95.
Ready
Okay.
to Die was summer '90. Was the summer slash fall '94.
94, September 13th. That's what
Yeah,
I said.
'94.
94. Yeah. My fault.
So
I didn't
that
say
shit
it
was
again.
already brewing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That
Shit
shit was
was already
already
brewing.
brewing because Meth jumped on that album. He
Right.
wasn't supposed to. You know, that was talking they clan. What the fuck is you doing over there?
True.
And then when the John come out, this nigga got the baby picture. This nigga saying they words.
Right.
So they was valid in they shit.
So Big was asking Nas, "Do you think I bit?" And he was like, "No, because that's cool. Because if you look at the album, I mean, you look at the structure of the album. I guess it all fitted together. So he wasn't really, he was just like, whatever, whatever, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
What do you think? Was that a bite?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up, straight up. To me,
That's a strike on it.
that's a straight up. But I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? I know the difference between homage and biting. And when a nigga ain't in your
Well,
crew, is biting.
yeah, that was a straight up bite, dog.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we got that right. So 2 days after the purple tape dropped was the Source Awards. It was and this is when the Death Row and the Bad Boy East Coast West Coast shit starts to heat up. This is when they got Big on the cover, and the awards. Biggie win Best Lyricist of the Year that year over Nas. You know what I'm saying? Nas,
Overrule all them niggas.
all them niggas, they ain't getting nothing, so they heated. So they heated. You know what I'm saying? He took all the awards home that night. At some point, Raekwon and Big was they before they got hold on, Pistol Pete, this ain't in the line but I'll skip this. Pistol Pete at some point was where them niggas was at. They was in the club, and I know a lot of people heard this story, and it's another story that just patches in that makes sense. But had Big and them cornered up in the club, and Pistol Pete came through, was ready to roll with Big to get shit done.
Pistol Pete.
From Terror Squad.
Puerto Rican homie.
Puerto Rican homie, yeah, big bull, big nigga, muscles everywhere, nigga. Yeah, Pistol Pete, Terror Squad. You know what I'm saying? He was coming through. He said they was waiting for Raekwon. And they got together, and Big asked him like, "Yo, what was up with that biter shit?" And Raekwon was like, "Don't worry about it. We brothers. It's, King of New York. You know what I mean? We are. You know how it is in New York. We fucking. You know what I'm saying? We number one, nigga. We come at you. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't about nothing." So 95 October 95, Tupac was released from jail. He dropped all.
That's a big jump right there.
From the music
I'm
awards.
saying like I'm from because Pac is in while all this shit going on. Pac is there too, talking about Big.
Right. Again. Pac is talking about Big. Pac about to go at Big now too. Again, it's still.
When year did Pac get shot in the studio? That was.
No, that's after. That's before he get in jail. Yeah, before he go to jail. He gets shot because he shot when he go to jail.
Because the nigga dies in what, 96 or something?
Right. The nigga died. No, he died. 96. Yep. Right. But this is about him getting out and dropping a double CD that sold 566,000 copies when $5 platinum.
I brought that up to say that Pac was co-signing them niggas, saying that Big, he switched his whole shit up. Like the nigga. Nigga stole his style. I told him to talk to the bitches. He started doing that. Now he want to be this big time player, playboy type nigga.
Right. Right. Yes, sir. We
He's
called
all
it
shots at Big that sound credible.
credible. You know what I'm saying? And his anti-Big, and he was coming out saying bashing Big. So he was saying Big is not a player. Raekwon, they were saying that you're copying, and Nas is pretty much just being Nas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to say, how a lot of this shit was coming at Big. Now Tupac gets out, his album do crazy numbers. You know what I'm saying? And June 4th he gonna drop Hit 'Em Up, which really was coming at Biggie. And Biggie supposedly didn't say anything. Supposedly. You know what I'm saying? Now we get into the part just to keep trying to keep the timeline a little bit. Now Jay-Z is creeping up. You know what I'm saying? He's working on Reasonable Doubt, and he want Nas on the album too. And Nas
How real
somehow
is that?
slips out of that somehow. Just note
How
that.
real is that?
So at this point, Biggie noticed that Nas is avoiding him and his crew.
What type time though? Did he scared of Big Pen? Is this what you trying to say?
I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say yeah. You want to go? Well, fuck it. I'm gonna take it there. Yeah, you motherfucking right. At this time, and Big is starting to notice. And Big is starting to notice. He's saying not only he ain't doing shit with me or anybody that I'm associated with. At this point, I didn't get on Ready to Die. I didn't get on Ready to Die. So Meth got the only one, and the Give Me the Loot remix version never happened. Like I said, this show ain't about what I'm saying. I'ma lay out the evidence, and you tell me is the nigga slickery and slickery.
But you gotta include this though.
But that's true.
You gotta when you
Talk
say
to
that
me.
he avoiding Big, right? And you mentioned that Jay was about to put out Reasonable Doubt.
I mean, he's working on it.
You working on it, but Jay is in the mix. Jay is in the mix around somewhere. You understand what I'm saying?
He ain't with the heavy hitters, but yes.
But he's not with the heavy hitters.
Right.
But he is with the nigga's baby mom. He's busting this bitch ass, and him and Nas is not motherfucking friends. Jay-Z is on motherfucking. He running with Brooklyn niggas. He running with Big.
Right.
So I don't know if I'd say he was avoiding Big Pen more so than he probably just didn't like the company he kept.
Okay, I can roll with that. I roll with that. Let's keep rolling. Don't stop. Don't break the cipher. You know what I mean? I'm just pointing that out. I just want to point that out. So Big is starting to notice, and Big is like, yo, this nigga is avoiding everything. Or he noticed he's keeping him a distance. You know what I'm saying? And somehow he end up on the song on songs of niggas that I don't fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So a Reasonable Doubt drops. Biggie was on that. But hold on.
On his album.
Hold on. So and this time Nas and them not speaking. Nas end up dropping It Was Written. It Was Written did 270,000 the first week. Right? It passed Big for a second, but Big ended up. It Was Written came to a halt, so it did 270, but it kind of just got stagnated, and Big Ready to Die ended up just flourishing, and but it did go gold, and Big called Nas and said, "Yo, congratulations, Playboy, you finally got that monkey off your back." That was the first time where they had talked in a minute. Right?
Okay.
Now dig this. I gotta say this again. Nas is my motherfucking dude, dog. Nas is my nigga. This ain't no diss or no none of this. This Nas is my nigga. This why I say I should have said I big up my niggas from the door. I love all these niggas straight up. Again, all this shit is allegedly. But okay, so boom. He say that, right? He haven't been on shit with him. And then boom, the message. The song that sets off It Was Written is what?
Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. See before gusto, your luck low.
Right. So listen, he wrote that, and this is I'm gonna show you how this is directed at Big. But Tupac ended up taking it the worst. Ended up thinking that it was about him when it really wasn't. At first, I thought it. They already said it. Big, you know what I'm saying? This was really for Big. Remember, at this time, Big is the king. Is the so-called king. So when Nas say, one life, one love, so there can only be one king, this is a shot at Big. This is a shot at Big.
Okay.
Right. You see what I'm saying? And the ending line. We're going in. I'm just gonna prove the points and keep it moving. And the ending line when he say, a thug changes and best friends become strangers. This is the shit that's for Big. This is the shit for Big.
That was probably for Cormega.
Yo, I'm okay. Again, I'm putting it out there. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? You tell me, right? So at this time, I want to note this. Biggie name is Frank White. That's who Biggie is. Biggie goes by the name of Frank White.
Okay, before we go any further, you gotta know where that came from.
Well,
he didn't start calling himself Frank White. The boy that wrote that article and put him on the cover, the boy name is Bones Malone. And he was the first nigga that ever called Big Frank White. And he was calling him King of New York. And he worked for the Source. He was a writer at the Source. And they just ran with it. There's interviews out there, him explaining how that shit came about.
Okay.
He didn't start calling himself Frank White. Like, he just picked that shit up and ran with it.
Okay. That's cool. I mean, that's why you here, brother. I mean, let me know. So he adopted the name Frank White. Nas ended up adopting the name Esco.
And it's these what's at this point is that biting? Because only niggas, I'm talking about Nas and Big. And I think that's what Nas meant when he said
I borrowed from both them niggas.
But yeah, when he cause them was the only niggas that was changing their names.
Yeah, but I'm trying to show how is a war going on. This is about the Biggie wars. There's a war going on. Big, but you know what I'm saying? He jabbing at him, but he letting him know. You know what I'm saying? And Big got mad respect for Nas. And he want him to be down, but somehow he don't want to be down.
Because of his man. His man was leaving condoms in the baby seat.
Yeah, okay. Well, like I said, Jay ain't really but he comes up. So tell me this, and my last thing about the message that's for Big again. Remember when I said, let's go back to when I said Nas called him and he asked him, "Did you think I was biting with the baby pictures?" Please tell me how the message end when the beat at the end of the rhymes. He'd be like, yo, you know what I mean, niggas copying, man, fake ass niggas, yo, huh? Niggas copying, man.
Huh?
Yeah. So Big finally got his answer. these niggas copying, these fake niggas trying to copy. Better come with the real though. Again, you tell me. I'm just bringing the story. You tell me. I know you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
No,
the
I'm
evidence is
saying
there.
this though. I'm saying this though. This I'm gonna say. Yeah, it was a back and forth, but Nas, you can't just like neglect the fact that when Nas came out with Illmatic, even though that shit didn't sell like hotcakes, he fucking was the talk of New York. He was the official king of New York, whether you like it or not.
Biggie.
Whether big, whoever. That's, you understand what I'm saying? Like, and his impact was just on another level. Fuck the record sales. He made niggas start sounding like him. It was crazy motherfuckers like that was coming out and they started to sound like motherfucking, they was sounding like Nas shit. The niggas albums was trying to sound like Illmatic. I think that was like he could have been talking about Mobb Deep for all we know, because them niggas started to rhyme like motherfucking Nas too.
Oh man, I don't know about that, but I wanted to say
I mean, hip hop niggas know, like, if you a certain age, you know, Hit It From the Back, Mobb Deep, and all that type of shit with Havoc and Prodigy. Them niggas wasn't sounding like that.
Right. That's true.
Not until Illmatic came out, then they came with this rugged type, fly, pretty boy, gangster shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like griminess type shit that Nas kind of brought to the table. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it was different. It was different, dog. Like, he could have been talking to any fucking body when he said niggas copying, because a lot of niggas was saying Mike Geronimo was a fake Nas.
No, but that wasn't as deep as the big shit. The big shit was on the big, and big shit got put on an album that made it more blow up. No, but that other shit prior you talking about was going down, but nothing was bigger than Big. It was on the Purple Tape. Purple Tape is legendary. Everybody remember that. If you don't remember nothing on it, you remember that. But let me keep on with the story. Don't break the cipher. So Nas had took another shot on her, and you gonna remember this. You remember when we had that album? We had brought that album. It was the Firm album. We had the Nas joint, and it was the remix with the symphony beat.
Okay.
The Street Dreams joint. You know what album I'm talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, he say take the crown off the so-called king of the town and lock it down. Again, another shot, which I think, again, hold on, don't shoot me, I'm just a messenger. And you tell me, another joint, it was written. Shootouts. You remember that song, Shootouts? One of my favorite songs. Give it up for it. Shootouts, one of my favorite songs. The nigga in there, I'm going to say this line and you tell me what it means. Frank's only concerned with his papers. Tell me who the fuck is Frank and who only concerned with his papers? I never caught it before. Now you tell me who is that? We didn't already establish.
Oh, the Shootouts is that the joint where he like talk about the block party he had for?
Yeah, and all that shit. Yes. Yeah. Shots. It just so happened the nigga name is Frank. But the thing that I fuck with Nas about is what all this time. I mean, to me, you could say that ain't to Big. Like I said, I got more shit to come. That's going to say that it is. But he always talk about Big in the good light. Every time that he's asked about Big, he really tells his honest feelings. I think that's where his honest feelings comes out. He really gives it up. Case in point being when he say, yeah, Big is the one. I mean, he got the look, he got the style, he got the cadence. He gives it up. But he never really worked with Big. And that's
you keep talking, dog.
That's just amazing to me. Yes, please. I just want to know
keep
that.
Going.
Okay,
let
so
you keep going. But I'm going to say this: at no point was Big better than us. I'm saying it now.
Okay, well,
I don't give
hold
a
that.
shit.
Bring that shit back up in 10 minutes, and I'm on your ass, nigga. Okay, so before Pac died, so I'm pointing these shots. So we got the little riff with Nas. Now, you know who back now? Hold on. Oh, I ain't even get the joint. But okay, so before Tupac died, Tupac dropped Machiavelli when he was still assaulting Big. You know what I'm saying? He was still assaulting Big. Still motherfuckers was
As he
coming at
should.
Big. Still coming at Big.
As he should.
So he was still getting dissed for that. Hold on. I'm gonna have to come back because I know this timeline is fucked up. But okay, so so by this time, Ghostface. So Tupac end up dying September 13th of '96. Iron Man end up coming out. It's the next thing to drop, and that's October 29th of '96. Iron Man drops. He's still mad that prior awards, Biggie won all awards. He dropped the line. That's where the 200 niggas coming with swords. That's where that line is most potent in that. It was supposed to drop. Life After Death was supposed to drop on Halloween, but it didn't drop. You know why? Because he decided again to copy off Tupac and make it a double album. Tupac is one of the first niggas that have a double album. Did you know that? And it's not no favoritism.
He first.
Uh-huh.
I think he was the first.
Okay. So Big now throws his hat in the ring with Pac to show that he can drop a double album and it can sell even more than Pac shit is. So that's what this is his attempt. So he holds the album. Album doesn't come out. So Biggie. So okay. So in between that, Biggie was supposed to do a Tupac diss song.
They say there's one that it exists.
Yeah, it's called.
I've seen the interviews that niggas say they heard it.
Yeah, it's called The Ugly. It's supposed to be. They say it's some of it is Dangerous MCs on the duets album, but the song is supposed to be called The Ugliest. Yes, but what I'm more tripping off of is the cast that was there. So the Tupac disc was set and scheduled to go down, and they was all at the studio. The niggas that was at the studio was Nas, again, Busta Rhymes, Method Man, and they were waiting for Biggie, and they were all going in on a Tupac joint, right? No one recorded shit until Biggie. Everybody was waiting for Biggie. No one by pen moved. Well, Busta Rhymes ended up, writing what he wrote, but no one pen moved until Biggie was supposed to come. Biggie shows up. The elevator to get to that room that they are in, that's writing, is high, far as shit, and the elevator is broke. At this point, he had just gotten in an accident with Little C's. He wasn't about to walk up them fucking steps. He said, I love you. I'm not walking up to the steps. The evidence of this is Nas is on Drink Champs telling this very story. It's on Drink Champs telling this very story. So, hold on. I'm alive on the joint. Okay. Yes. Give it up for live activity. Now, huh? Not right now. Damn, where I was at? Okay, so Big couldn't come up there, so they end up not doing the song. Big came back the next day to do the song. You know what I'm saying? And that's where Busta Rhymes gets it at. You know what I'm saying? But it never showed up. And again, it's more Tupac diss songs on Life After Death. He wanted to smoke with everybody at this point. You know what I mean? Big was working on.
See, I was about to say that. Big never said nobody name, and I'd say, yo, all this shit is valid shit. What you saying? He was involved in a lot of shit, but this nigga never came out and said nobody name, dog.
He was the
They
king.
niggas was subliminals.
He was
Like
the
he
king of
was king. He was
subliminals.
king of subliminals.
He
Like,
was
come
king of
on, man.
subliminals. He was king of subliminals. But this is what I'm saying. But I'm trying to set this up because at some point I fall in love with Big. The way the way the way he defends himself, and the way he lashes out at all this shit. But I'm just trying to paint the picture of the things that's happening. And the point is, after this show, you're gonna look at Big in a whole different light. It's gonna make you want to go back and look at Life After Death, and it was a whole bunch of shit in there. It's damn near all subliminals. The album, what people try to put out as innocent from day one because they want to keep the legacy and the image of Big clear, but it's a whole bunch of shit in here. It's a whole bunch of shit, and again, he's not that innocent. But at some point, like I said, I got more love for Big now than I ever did. But again, Life After Death, he doesn't really. Again, he noticed the shit that's going on with Nas and how Nas is still dodging him, but he doesn't go in on Nas because he still want Nas on Life After Death. He still believes that life is that he's going to get him to be on some shit on Life After Death. So he never goes in. He's seeing what Nas is doing, but he never goes in. Right?
I don't know about that, man. That's just a tough word. And I've heard stories about Nas not showing up to sessions for other niggas shit. But I don't think Nas was dodging these niggas. I just think that's just his zone. Like,
okay,
if he just, because he was a free agent type nigga. Like, he was the first nigga to show up, like, and have niggas like all these superstars, not superstars, but different producers do his album. He was a solo nigga to the core. He didn't run with no crew. That's why he had to get the firm together. I don't see him as dodging niggas, man. Like, I just feel like this nigga was just in his own bag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing my own thing tonight. Yeah, I'm supposed to go over here and record this shit. I might show up. I might not fucking show up. That ain't, you know what I mean? That ain't what I'm into right now. And that nigga always been that fucking way. I don't know if I use the word dodging. Like, he was dodging Big because, like I said, at the time, nothing Big put out is better than Illmatic. Even though Ready to Die is a classic.
Ready to Die is better than Illmatic.
Ready to Die ain't better than Illmatic, dog. Cut it out, man.
I mean, not Illmatic. It was written.
I'm talking about Illmatic because all the shit that we talking about is really between Illmatic time, when Illmatic came out, and then Ready to Die came out, and in between that shit, Woo and them came out. The whole Woo shit came out as a group. They shit came out, and still Nas was on top. Big did graduate to be on top, but off the strength of Bad Boy Records and Puff and what they was doing.
But
and
they was already together, right? They already in the same clique. They right there. He drove Puff with John before they blew up. You know what I'm saying? But let me keep going with the story because this is a lot to cover. There's a lot to cover, and I want to go to kick in the door. I want to go through that. Kick in the door. I mean, I'm gonna drill this and keep drilling this. But at the time, remember, I'm not saying anything. You're saying anything. Y'all saying anything. Please call up 267-339-9135. You know what I'm saying? We still doing a $50 fill-in. If you want to call in for that, whatever. You want to join the conversation, let us know what it is. Please call up. At this point, Nas is no show on Ready to Die, no show on Give Me the Loot, no show on the Pac disc. Okay, and that was Melly getting this. Okay. Another fact is it was a song from Big. Big was making a song where he was going to diss Raekwon and Ghostface, And not only was he going to diss him, these wasn't going to be subliminals. These were going to be name-calling joints. The song was recorded and erased at the last minute. But the thing about it is, Ghost and Ray found out about these songs that they were supposed to do, and they made a counter. But they never got to release the joint because Big died before they could release theirs. But going back to working on the joint, right? Now at this point, he's still seeing what Nas doing, right? So he end up going to DJ Premier, and he goes to DJ Premier, and he tell him, yo, niggas is fucking with the king, and I'm gonna go at everybody on this joint. I need a dope beat. Give me a beat, and we gonna do our thing. And he said, I'm going at everybody, even your mans who talking that dumb shit. You know what I mean? So this is where Big is at. So he does kick in the door with Premier. That's done. I'm gonna come back to that. Kick in the door, cause we gonna go through that. We gonna go through that. On Life After Death, the RZA is on the RZA does a beat for Biggie. Biggie end up dissing the Woo on that beat. He's still fucking with Raekwon and Ghost. He's still fucking with Raekwon and Ghost. Wait, who wanted it with the king? Biggie take every word from an MC and he flips it. So if you use the word and you think it's his word, he gonna use it. He gonna use your word on you. I'm gonna give you a Jay-Z diss real quick. A Jay-Z diss, a KD diss. Big.
Is this Jake?
Yo, is yeah. All that he comes at everybody. I'm gonna give you the line that Jay says. When I was pushing weight back in '88, you was a ballerina, nigga. I seen ya. And he say, nigga, I'm still getting money from '88. What? Conscious of your nonsense, Big said. I'm conscious of your nonsense. In '88, sold more powder than Johnson & Johnson. He fucks with you. Far as matching the words. He fucks with you. These are shots. These are shots. Another fun fact. When on the beginning of Kicking the Door, when he begins to say, I got 4 albums, son, and fuck that. Who was you to be telling me? I knew that was a Woo. It at first sounded like Meth, but I'm like, Meth is cool with the nigga, but the style, I couldn't never get the style. And when I couldn't get the style, now I realized that it's Ghostface. That's Ghostface. Because he's still...
The angry, what they call it, mad rapper?
Yeah, but the 4 albums and the fuck that, who was you? He's still poking at Ghostface. The whole shit is a roasting session. But let me keep going, and I'm gonna get to the roasting session. He gets into it with OGC. It was posted that he had stole a hook from over there. OGC is the original Gun Clappers, for those that don't know. Gotta be deep in this hip hop to know that. It was a Top Dog idea. The verse was, the riff was, the cool as the best of them, but as bad as the worst. But that's really a Bob Marley groove. But they were using it, and they used it first. And then Big knew this, and they had war with Big, and then Big comes out with the fucking groove, and they had problems. is alleged that Helter Skelter even got jumped by Junior Mafia over this shit. The shit had boiled over, but it was just a fight. So Big had also had beef with them in that camp, which is also really a Tupac camp. Cause you know, Black Moon and all them niggas and Weston, they all really Pac fans. I mean, you know, Pac people, but you know they fuck with Big. There's a couple of them with Big, but this is leading up to again with beef with J. Rue the Damager, far as that one day joint. Now I thought, you know, at that time in that period that he was anti-Biggie, he was anti-Puff. Cause this is the time where Bad Boy and their image is just starting to be noticed and how they do, and he was coming out. You know, hip hop is in trouble. Meet me at my spot on the double. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought he was. That's what he was doing. But he's saying, you know, Biggie Smalls is my man, and I know him, and it wasn't really about him. It was really about just Puffy individually. You know, but Big felt some type of way. He said, but you said, Big said, but nigga, you said he got a Versace suit on. Nigga, you talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And these was the niggas, and who's the producer for J. Rue the Damager? Could you help me out?
Premier.
DJ Premier. Give it up for this nigga. So this is where he say and kick down the door, kick in the door when he say, "Son, I'm surprised you run with them." He's dissing Premier, cause he said he think Premier's too dope to be with these niggas. That's where the line comes from.
Shots in the air, man. The more the more, you know what I mean, this kid come out, like the pieces connect. Like Big was the nigga ducking niggas. He just shooting shots in the air. He ain't shooting at niggas. He ain't trying to throw out no headshots and kill niggas. He just shooting in the air like, don't come any closer. Pop, 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 pop.
Right, but he loading his gun. Now at this point, you know, Jay is dropping Reasonable Doubt. To come back to Jay, he about to drop Reasonable Doubt. Big is on that. They want Nas on it. They both want Nas on it. So I do feel like Big was trying to recruit Nas at every chance he could get. I feel like he was trying to do that. Just as much as Pac was trying to pull Biggie into Thug Life. But, so, is a story, and this is where the Jay-Z disses come in. Clark Kent has the story when he's talking about Jay-Z, and Big was like, all right, man, stop talking about this nigga. He said, listen, I'm about to go in here, and when I drop this second verse, the Who Shot Ya, you gonna say I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there, dropped the verse, which was, you know, with Jay-Z in mind, recorded the joint on the tape, called Jay and said, meet me at 125th right now. He come up there and he said, you listen to this. You study this, nigga. You can have this copy. Give it up. That nigga hard. If you think you on my tail, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Told him you keep that. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when they realized that they both didn't write rhymes. One day they was at the they was supposed to do you know, the Brooklyn joint. I mean, that's when they realized they didn't write rhymes. But he always went at Jay. He always went at Jay. The conscience of your nonsense is just to say, like, nigga, I've been selling drugs since I was 12. Nigga, I made more money than you. You ain't saying nothing. I'm conscious of your nonsense. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? So he always so that second verse again was to show Clark Kent, to show him that your young boy wasn't, you know what I mean, that tight. So they really go at it on that song. You know what I mean? So at this point, everybody's but Big had a violent point. And I'm gonna give you a fun fact. Big had a violent point. Everybody was mad at Big because Big had the rhyme, had the look, but Big was doing it successfully. But Big was winning successfully. He made people thought they were better than Big, but Big was doing it successfully. And
What successfully?
Far as the game and having a commercial success. You know what I'm saying? Because Iron Man didn't have no singles on it. You know what I'm saying? Like Ready to Die was, had singles on it. It was remixed if it needed to be. You know what I'm saying? It was more commercial success. So, but Big said, given a chance, y'all would do the same thing. And then we point out songs like Ice Cream, which is more commercial for the Wu-Tang, or If I Ruled the World, which is more commercial for Nas, coming the second time around, going from Illmatic to It Was Written. It's more commercial, so Big wanted to point out that, given a chance, y'all niggas would do that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And Big again would bite lines, would use your lines and then come back with them. Like on the what? The what? When he say, Meth say, on the what? He say, I see you. Meth the cow, putting niggas back in ICU. We lived it true. You could bring your whack ass crew. I got connections. And Big come back. What's beef? Beef is when I see you. Guaranteed to be in ICU. You know what I'm saying? You would say it's nothing. You would say it's nothing. It's cool. Another fun fact. And I'm just going back and I'm going to get back to Nas. I'm going to keep going. If you got anything to say, like I said, call up. Another fun fact. Did you know that Flavor in Your Ear remix verse, he didn't fuck with Craig Mack? Do you know that's a straight up diss to Craig Mack?
I've heard that, yeah.
The whole song is about the Craig Mack. Don't be mad,
Yeah,
UPS
I've
is
heard that.
siren. The whole,
Yeah.
you admire my style. What's the first line? You admire my style. Get more butt than ashtrays. Yeah, he's going in as the boy. Again, Big is not innocent. He's the king of subliminals. Give it up for him. I love it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear you, dog. But
Hold
like
on,
I
hold on.
said, man,
Let me give you one more before you hear me. Is another song where Big takes shots at Nas. He's hitting him, and the joint is from Victory, the Victory verse that Puffy put on his album. When he say, "You hesitating, I'm in your mama crib waiting, duct taping your fam, destiny in my hands. I'm in your mama crib waiting. You hesitating. I'm in your mama crib waiting. Duct taping your fan. Destiny in my hands." Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get the
yeah, his kid name is Destiny, right?
Okay. The moms, he got moms, and yes, don't, right. See what I'm saying? Like Big is throwing these shots. And I respect him for him. But he's throwing them shots. He's nothing innocent about him. He's throwing these shots. And that's dope. You know what I mean? So he still got beef with Nas. Nas still ain't and Nas didn't go to the funeral either. Nas didn't show up at the funeral either. But I know Nas. I know you got an excuse for why he dodging and dipping. And again, Nas is my nigga. I'm not saying nothing about Nas. I'm just bringing you through the ghetto without riding round. You tell me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to believe this is, you know what I'm saying? And again, all this shit is alleged. I don't want to believe this. But I want to give you another fun fact that all the MCs that was worth something tried to do that 2-album shit. Biggie did it. Jay did it with the 2.5, the Blueprint. Everybody tried to get that 2-album shit a go. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do it. Biggie got into it with the Roots over that. Big Thought did that What They Do video where they make fun of, the champagne and everything that Bad Boy was about, basically. Thought that was a diss. But really they said they couldn't stop the video. It was a video that wasn't made from them, but they couldn't put the brakes on it. They didn't have the money to do that shit. Wasn't like that. It wasn't like today. So, he Big loved the Roots, but they shit got tangled up because he thought that was about them. And then niggas didn't get the line, and Flavor in the Air when he say visible booty the goots, they think he's saying the Roots. You whack to me, because that shit come right after it. But you know what I'm saying? They don't know that he's saying visible bully the gooch. I mean, you would know that from different strokes, huh? Am I talking that shit? I'm here in my line, huh? My lines that stop me, huh? Okay, so he got beef with them. You know what I'm saying? He got beef with them, and then Nas is trying to keep up in certain things. Then you got DMX who dropped the shit in 1 year, so now they trying to drop the albums in 1 year. Nas dropped I Am and Nostradamus in the same year. Nostradamus was horrible. Yes, it was. It was horrible. So, but Biggie was Nas competition.
Biggie was gone by this time, man.
Right, and then Jay and then the beef kind of just went over to Jay from me. And Ghostface and Ray made peace with Big before he died. Yes, he did. Now what I wanted to do, and that was just a lot of fun facts in there. You know what I'm saying? What I like to do is go to this hold on, kicking the door real quick. And just analyze this a little bit more. Okay? So the song starts off Biggie. And again, I'm thinking it's just a good song. When he say this goes out to you and you and you and you, he's literally saying, like, he's at the show, like he's dedicating this shit to you, you and you. When I first hear this shit in my lifetime, I'm just thinking it's just something fly. I don't take this song lyrically. I mean, literal, with the song. On Life After Death, which people think are so innocent, there's so many Pac shots and everybody else shots, but Kicking the Door specifically is for all the people that I named that he had beef with in this shit right here. Everybody. And the first diss that I know, like I said, is to Tupac and Nas, but we'll get there. But right now, this is a show that he's putting on, and he's saying, this is for you, and these are real people. Let's keep going, and then that's dope. So you up until this point, you done go. He imitated Ghostface, and he then came on here and told y'all everybody about to get roasted. And his first comeback after all this shit is your reign on the top was short like leprechauns, and that's a shot at Nas and Tupac from the beginning. I crushed so-called willies, thugs, and rapper dons. That if you didn't believe that was about them. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's the rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa. You got the call me Francis M.H. White and take like totes, toe iron. Was told and shoot out, keep low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip? On that cat with the grip on rap, Mo Shady, Frankie Baby. Ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in D.C. at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something. You should know my stilo. Let's get to some real shit. We squeeze and bust the beef between us. We can settle it with the chroma metal shit and make it hot like a ghetto get. You're delicate. You better get who sent ya. Now this is supposed to mean Nas with the Raekwon. Nas is the median between the Wu and Big. Big feel like he's the middle one of them being in beef. So he just saying you better get who sent you. I still pedal shit. Rhymes got great adventure. Kicking the door, okay. In the door waiting for. Papa heard me no more. Okay. On your mark, get set when I spark your wet. Look how dark you get when you're marked for death. Should I start your breath or should I let you cry? I fear you start to ride. Ask why. Again, he's just telling them I'm lyrically worship. Don't front the word sick. You hearsed it, but rehearsed it. I drop unexpectedly like bird shit. And this is supposed to, again, another shot at Nas about them being in the studio and Nas listening to Jay just go off and off and off and he not coming up with shit. I mean, he ain't never ripping shit. You heard get stuck quickly for royalty and show money. Don't forget the publishing. I punish them. I'm done with them. Son, I'm surprised you run with them. I told you another Premier, DJ Premier. I think they got coming to them because they nothing but dicks trying to blow up like nitro and dynamite sticks. Man, I smoke hydro rock diamonds at 6. Got paid off my flow around with my own crick to Cairo. Lay in with your bitch. I know you playing you was ripped, fucking prick. When I see you, I'm kick in the door. I don't know who that go to. This goes out to those that choose to use disrespectful views on the King of NY. Again, letting them niggas know I'm already on to y'all niggas. Fuck that. Why try throw bleach in your eye? It's the Raekwon. Now you brelling it. Fuck that light shit. I'm scaling it. Again, Jay-Z, conscious of your nonsense in 88, so more power than Johnson & Johnson. Toe still like Bronson, vigilante. You want to get on, son, you need to ask me. This is Jay-Z. This is saying, he's saying you fuck with Clark Kent, but if you want to get on, son, you need to ask me. And here's the 88 with the Johnson shit. This is Clark Kent. See, this is what I'm saying. This is what Jay do. I mean, this is what Big do. Get on, son. You need to ask me. That's me. Ain't no kings in this rap thing. They siblings. Again, for that King of New York. They siblings. Ain't nothing but my children. One shot they disappearing. And here's his statement to all of them who think he on some shit. It's ill when MCs used to be on some party shit. Took home ready to die. Listen, study shit. Now, to me, he got that from the Pac, when Pac saying, listen, go back, study. Read how he did my style. Study how it's not there. Study, okay? But let's keep going. Now they on some money shit, successful out the blue. You lightweight, Fred Gilly, my 9 milli make the white shake. That's why and then the last joint is the Nas. That's why my money never funny. And you still recouping, stupid. Cause he feel like it was written, he's still recouping from that. Like it couldn't keep up. After it was written, Nas wasn't really a problem anymore. Nas went left. I'm sorry?
It was written with platinum.
No, yeah, it was, but it took a long time to go platinum. That shit took a couple years to go platinum. It didn't go. It had a fast jump. It had a fast jump, then it studied. It took a year or two before that went to before that got to that status overall. But he still didn't big. He still out so big. When Big Rap released Ready to Die, that broke everybody record. I had the number, if I'm not mistaken. That broke everybody record.
That shit crazy. This is crazy because it's doing the total opposite for me. It's lowering B.I. on my list.
How he was able to address all these MCs, take all this shit.
No, the fact that all these niggas was calling him out. All these beefs you talking about, and they all credible beefs, number one. They all sound to me like they all credible.
Right.
Like this nigga was biting niggas shit. He changed his whole style up. He let Puff manipulate him and turn him into like this big fat playboy type nigga
That's why nobody
to where
respect
he
Puff.
putting on suits and you know what I'm saying, Puff running around dancing and shit and take that all that kind of shit. Like these niggas was a circus show, dog, around this time, man, in '95. Was the beginning of the shiny suit era. You
Yeah,
understand? They created a whole era in hip hop.
yeah, they did.
You understand what I'm saying? Like this nigga wasn't really dishing out rhymes, at least in my opinion, like dope ass fucking rhymes, except on mixtapes between Ready to Die and the last
Yeah, you
what is it Life Before Death album. That was his hardest shit. Between Ready to Die and before that album came out. Once that came out, it was over for Big for me. Like he wasn't
No, that
kicking
mixtape.
no
Don't forget
shit
that
on the
mixtape.
same level.
That
That's what I'm
mixtape.
saying on the mixtapes.
Okay.
Like
No, I'm talking that
he
one
was
mixtape.
killing the mixtape. He was
Best
killing the
ability.
mixtape.
Yeah.
The Bad Boy mixtape. The was Ron G. Whatever. You know what I mean?
No, I'm talking about that.
He was
That best of Biggie joint.
he was killing them Johns. But he still to me at no point had he surpassed Nas with his pen. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I would say no. I'm gonna say I got more respect for Big. Life After Death is better
And he
than it
never
was
said
written.
no, but like he never made it. The fact that it's still like ambiguous, like it's up in the air, it's debatable. To me, says a lot too. Like this nigga ain't never fired back at nobody, dog, and say their name, man, and make it known that that's exactly who the fuck he was talking to. Like, nigga, shut up, you ain't better than me. He never did
I
that.
mean, he never came right out, but he did address it. Like I said, he'll never say Pac name, but he Long Kiss Goodnight. He all through that. You know what I mean? Who the fuck wear underoos? Who the fuck wear the Jones? You know what I mean? Like, it's right to him. Big is nice. Big is nice with words. He know how to get this shit
He
started.
is nice. He
He know how
is
to get this
nice.
shit
But he's in
started.
your top 5. He ain't in my top
No,
5.
I'm just saying I got more respect for him to see him. He was battle tested, and he still, I'm saying, gave it up to niggas. It was war going on for that King of New York, and like I said, once he said it, and he was on that cover, niggas came at him to make him prove it. And
Exactly. Like, hold
without
up.
Nas,
This nigga ain't.
and he was able to push Nas back because Nas was more scared. I'm just my opinion.
Scared.
More scared. I just showed you he wasn't never nowhere. They never even end up doing the song together. But
But he was
but
on other
hold
niggas
on.
shit.
But Nas rushed to make a song about him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. It never.
What
It would
song he
never.
made about Big?
The joint on We Will Survive. What up, Big? I know she was rough since you slid. Got your guy hands now. You got a place for me, kid. Ain't nothing. Still partying bullshit. We used to fuck R&B bitches and see where I'm sickest. Remember? Like I said, he always give it up for Big. He talk honest about Big, but he never made it in his way to do that. You end up on the woo and you end up all this shit. And you tell me it's coincidental. Like, okay. I mean, tell who you want. But like I said, you never even ring stuff for my crew. How many watches I need to know what time it is? How many watches do I need to know what time it is? You can say what you want. But you never made it there, and like I said, and hearing and seeing them concerts where Big and Nas was, and how Big was just, that shit was just effortlessly, like, and he was ripping it, like Big was ferocious. Big, the way he put that shit together, when I really like analyze his shit now, it's like, yo, this nigga was phenomenal, and Nas seen it. Nas had a spurt. Nas fell off for a lot of years. Nas was just able to pick back up. But it's a lot.
Also,
It's a lot of niggas that's shining. It's a lot of niggas that's shining because Tupac and Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think Nas would have been able to stand it in the midst of that fight. Because so Nas came out with It Was Written, then he go I Am, then he go Nostradamus Trash, then he go to I don't know, Double CD or Godson, but still it's not hitting. He's still finding his identity. It's not really hitting. And at this time, Big and Pac would have been still, you know what I mean, hitting them hard. Like Nas when he was on some other shit. I'm grateful that he was on some other shit, but he was on some other shit. And I'm not, and like I say that with him and how Snoop Dogg run around and getting all this play, like a lot of people live because them niggas died.
And Jay,
Yes,
all that
yes,
Jay on runs up on top. After all that,
right. But Ron, but like I said, but yeah, but Ron, but Jay learned from Big, and Jay is cut from that raw cloth. I don't think Nas is cut from that real cloth. I'm saying just where he a good storyteller, but it's just good wholesome music. It's just good wholesome music. It's not that
it's
ghetto
some
for.
ill
It's
shit
not
though,
that
right here,
ghetto
right?
shit.
I was watching a large professor interview, right? And the nigga said where he said he named Nas named his album Stillmatic on the strength of that's how he was in his life. Not he still like you still doing something, but his mood was still like it was, you know what I'm saying? Like his mom had died and he was like his mood and shit and the way he was seeing things, it was like everything was standing still. And you know what I'm saying? And he was drawing from his first album. And he was like, that's why he named the album Stillmatic. And niggas think that he just called it Stillmatic, like he's still illmatic.
Right.
And that's not where it came from. And he was like, yo, Nas always put that type of thought into his album titles. It was written, I Am, Nostradamus, Stillmatic, Godson. This nigga was on another level, dog. He was in his own bag. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he was dodging the nigga. Like, he just wasn't cool with that part of town. Or, like, for real. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man. What you calling it? I left it. I put the
I'm
evidence
saying that
out
I
there.
don't think he was. I just think he wasn't that thorough with the niggas that he was running with. He
Man,
wasn't too thorough with Jay.
yeah.
Off the strength of what was going on, it wasn't like it was happening behind
And
his
who
back.
Jay run with? And who Jay run with?
Jay ran with Big.
Big called it the fuck out. He said he not doing nothing with me or anybody that I'm associated with. He called it out. So I mean, we
Would
got that
you?
too, huh?
Would you? I'm saying, would you, dog? Would
I mean,
you
they
be
was cool.
associating with niggas that was, you know what I'm saying,
No,
like
big.
operating behind your back with, you know what I'm saying, a bitch that was, you know what I mean, being greasy? You might not even be with the bitch no
Yo,
more.
you keep
But you
saying
understand what
Jay.
I'm saying?
You keep saying Jay. Jay was fucking Foxy Brown at that point. Like, come on, stop it. He was cool with
Ooh,
Foxy
come on,
Brown.
man. You know damn well that's always a burning flame in niggas when a nigga you know is fucking a bitch that you used to fuck, dog, and especially if you got a baby by the bitch,
Right, but that
your
wasn't
firstborn.
coming.
You know
That,
what I mean?
but he not. He's Sophie fame. You keep jumping him over Sophie fame. Like he ain't Sophie fame when he pop her. He Jay.
But he in certain circles, like you gotta understand what we talking about here. Like at this point, with the times we talking about, New York was rap music, man. Everything happened in hip hop in fucking New York. I mean, the South was coming along. You know what I'm saying? That's why Outkast came to that Source Awards show that you talking about and was
Well,
saying, "Yo, the South got something to say," because everything happened in New York. All the business, all the buildings, all the companies was in New York. And Jay was in that mix. He was in that circle. You know, so he might not have been the Jay that we know right now, or even the Reasonable Doubt Jay, but he was in that mix trying to get on. He was in them offices and shit. He was running around battling niggas and rhyming. It wasn't like they didn't know each other. And it's a hood thing too. Like that's Brooklyn. Brooklyn and Queens is two totally different places. You understand what I'm saying? Like, even though it's New York, but them niggas hold on to that shit heavy. Like, you's a Brooklyn nigga, I'm a Queens nigga. We two totally different niggas. Like, I'm not running with y'all niggas and doing all kinds of shit with y'all niggas, especially if I'm a Queensbridge motherfucker and I'm over here and I'm solo over here. I do my own thing.
so
I don't see it as him ducking them.
we can't get a
Because
song.
he was doing songs with other niggas that had vicious pens, dog. Niggas that was getting busy. Like, it ain't like Ray and Ghost of them niggas wasn't rhyming on a high ass level. Them niggas was getting busy. Why he wasn't scared of them?
No, man. was going at him. But hold on, we got to call it, dog. Hold on. Let's see what's going on. Yo, we on the Ave. What's up, baby?
Yo, what up with it?
Yo.
Chavez on the check-in.
Yo, Chavez
I
on the
was gonna
Roberts
check
one.
it.
What's the deal?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Hey,
Listening to the show.
yeah. Yeah, so I mean, where you jump in and we talking about Biggie Wars, and I know you know a lot of shit that's, you know what I mean, in between all this. How you feel about Biggie?
All right, well, I'm gonna say this, man. I watched the whole documentary,
Word. Pretty
And-
good,
and-
wasn't it?
and that shit was it was very interesting. I gotta admit, first and foremost, I lost a whole lot of respect for your man, No Show Nas.
Yeah, Here we go.
I lost a whole lot of respect for that nigga because, you know, a lot of times he just wasn't doing records with niggas. Like, period. He just wasn't.
Yeah.
Maybe it was his ego, how he feels. He ain't got to do records with niggas, but he just wasn't doing records with niggas.
Yeah.
And he said it out his mouth that he was terrified of certain niggas.
Right, you seen that, yes.
Terrified of certain niggas. It got to the point, man, I had to turn this shit off. I had lost so much respect for that nigga. I turned this shit off.
Yo.
Because he was co-signing everything that this European motherfucker was saying.
Yeah. But
So he was clearly ducking some niggas.
Yo, yeah. Big L was one of them.
Big L was one. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know
He said he
about
was
him.
scared of that.
He did say he was scared of the nigga, but the biggest disappointment was the fact that he took himself off the cannabis record.
Yeah. That's what I was
That shit
telling
was
this
a big
nigga.
disappointment. Like,
Yes.
well, just remove my verse off the song.
Yes, that was crazy.
You don't want to rhyme with cannabis, even though cannabis would have probably
was vicious.
yeah.
Know what I mean?
Yeah, you know how cannabis gave it up.
Yeah, and the first time that I really remember hearing Nas on group joints or rhyming with anybody other than Wu was, you know, he got on that Nori shit. You know what I mean? He got on the John Blaze shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that was later. He wasn't really shit. Who was on It Was Written? Any features?
Nah, he ain't never had, like, he ain't fuck with niggas like that. He wasn't with putting niggas on or none of that shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't his thing.
Yeah.
He barely did records with Queensbridge niggas.
Yeah.
He got a couple joints with Mobb Deep, couple joints with Nori.
Niggas,
He know he can outrhyme Nori on anything.
Yeah. It's true.
Uchi Wally was with his fucking bodyguard and
Yes,
his
yo, the nigga got
brother
a point.
and a bunch of niggas that ain't even rhyme.
This nigga got a point. Where's the gorillas that he hang with? He don't want it with Jay. He ain't gonna hang with Jay. It seems like he is the biggest nigga in the circle.
But the niggas is younger than Nas, man. Prodigy and Havoc and them niggas is a younger generation almost than Nas, man.
They
Nas
right
niggas
underneath
was
him, my nigga.
was
Right-
Core Mega
right
and them
underneath
dudes.
him.
Like he was a solo nigga. Like I don't see that shit as him dodging motherfuckers, man.
All right, okay, solo nigga that don't put nobody on. Sound like a selfish nigga.
Facts. Well, AZ.
Nigga, he separated himself from AZ very early.
Yeah.
When AZ got too much shine for that verse on Illmatic, that was a problem, nigga. AZ
He
was
got hit
telling
by
himself
quotable for that shit.
that was a problem. That shit was the gift
Come
and the
on.
curse.
Yeah, man. Hey, man. I'm hurt too. Goddamn.
He said I'm hurt too.
I'm hurt too, goddamn it. That was a sad day in hip hop. Well, we
I mean,
did this shit. Look
let's
how we
keep it
talking.
funky. The only nigga not Davies, nigga.
The only what? Hold on, you crapped out. You blanked out. You said the what? The only nigga Nas.
I said the only nigga Nas put on is Davies.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's with what? Master Pill. I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's true. That's factual. That's factual. Ain't it like a motherfucker? Hey,
Oh, you put AZ on.
no, did he
Nigga,
say?
he let AZ feature on the record. He ain't
Yeah.
put that nigga on.
He said you ain't seen that nigga since Stillmatic.
Oh, cause Nas is on
You know?
AZ first album.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, and still he on Stillmatic and AZ ain't on
Whoa, whoa,
another
he
album.
He on like 2 or 3 AZ albums.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot, and he is on King's Disease 1. AZ is.
But he ain't put the nigga on.
Yeah.
But you ain't never
He
heard
did
of
a
him
couple records
if
with
it
him.
wasn't for Nas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah. Hey yo,
Well, but and let's not forget, you was just talking all that. Oh, Queens is over here, Brooklyn is over here. You're right. Two different totally worlds, right? AZ is a what? A Brooklyn nigga.
Yeah.
But listen, bust this though, right? You know how they met though? They met battling over the phone.
A word? Nah, I ain't.
That's the story how they met.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And after they was battling over the phone, the nigga invited him to the studio and they did that song. That's how he got on Illmatic.
Okay. All right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
That's crazy. Hey yo, I hate to stop this wonderful conversation, but my battery is up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Loud Shabba son, I appreciate you for calling in.
Yo, can I say this one last thing though?
Yes,
one
please.
last thing.
Please.
Fucking Biggie was the biggest antagonist in the fucking world. That nigga went at everybody quietly, flipped and bounced every word that they fucking said, and they stole my man Big L's biggest single, and I hated them for that shit.
Yes, I ain't even get into that. Yes, my nigga.
I'm out, nigga. I'll let y'all next week.
All right, yo, thanks a lot, dog. Yo,
JP.
yeah. Yo, I forgot about that. They stole a One More Chance beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it was crazy. It was crazy. I ain't even get into that. Steve, what's up, baby? You want to promote something? What it is?
Oh man, I ain't got shit to promote right now, but we gonna have some shit to promote in a few minutes, you know what I'm saying? Just keep checking in. Black Market Ave.
Yo, word. I appreciate you, dog. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Coming through. We always posted on the Ave. You already know how it is. You know what I'm saying? We out of here. Catch y'all niggas next week. You know what I'm saying? You know how we do. Thug nigga to the end, tell a friend.
So.